And welcome back to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Kira Horn H, who asked the question, who won a fight, Dren from the movie Spliced versus the Acceraptor, I think that's what this is called, from Terra Nova. The Acceraptor is just a variant of dinosaur. It's larger than the average man. They didn't give me a size and I looked it up, but based on the size comparisons I've seen, it is larger than the average man by a decent amount, probably around a 7 to 10 foot height range, and lengthwise it has a very long tail, so it definitely is longer than us. Probably weighing in a good couple 100 pounds over your average man, most likely anywhere between 5 to 1,000. It is a vicious hunter. It hunts predominantly at night and has a tail sharp enough to cut through a man clean in half. And they're pack hunters. Dren is a human other animal hybrid from the movie Splice. There is not much known about what DNA went into Dren apart from humans. But we do know that human DNA was part of that. What we can gather is something aquatic went into Dren's DNA to give it the ability to breathe underwater. Something with the ability to fly was thrown in there, given Dren's ability to have grow wings. Also, most likely something poisonous was put in there, as Dren has a poisonous stinger on the end of her tail, its tail. Now, this can mean many things, because as we saw, the two life forms that Dren kind of took some base off of also had this factor as well, where they ended up gaining a poisonous stinger later on and ended up killing each other. Yeah, Dren was basically a illegal project done by I've only seen the movie one time, and still I remember just how loathsome that character was. Done by, two scientists, Adrian Brody, and I don't remember the actress's name. All I remember is her character was a terrible person. Yeah, and at first she just started off as this weird kind of, I guess the closest you could make it out to be was rat-looking thing. But as she grew up and grew older, she developed more and more into a human until we got basically this. I don't remember the actress's name again, but this humanoid-looking creature, although not completely humanoid. She was carnivorous. She honestly wasn't that much. She was more agile than a normal human. Because of the way her body was designed, she could leap a lot farther, move a lot more quickly. She actually wasn't that much stronger than your average person, though. She still had a relative amount of strength, maybe slightly about average when she transitioned to a he, due to the excess testosterone from there. But it really wasn't. It really wasn't a huge disparity between that and a normal human. What Dren did have, though, as I said, was a couple of extra abilities. Dren started out really just being physically capable, very skilled climber, very acrobatic, but later on gained the ability to breathe underwater and gained the ability to fly. And as I said, her primary offensive weapon was a poison sting that delivered some sort of neurotoxin. We don't know exactly what it was, but it was a neurotoxin, and it could be regenerated. The tail itself could be regenerated if the tip was lost. Now, if the whole tail is lost, that's another thing. We don't know, honestly, as loathsome, as terrible as that was, that she cut off her tail while she was conscious and stuff like that. She really should have cut it off at the base. Regardless. So yeah, ultimately Dren met its end by the hands of a big rock to the head. Because Dren was not impervious, was not like some super weapon. She was just a genetic experiment that went awry. So if Dren were to go head-to-head with, there's two scenarios. One, a single, hold on, I'm just going to get the name pronunciation right here, because I don't want to keep butchering the name. Acceraptor? I think it's Acceraptor. Nope, there's no L there, so it's not Accel, it's Acceraptor? Really? Acceraptor? I don't have anything breaking down the name. So, they're typically known as slashers, though, in the world. I want to keep saying Accel, but it's not. I'm going to say, maybe it's not XL, or maybe it's not SL, but it's AC. I'm gonna say either AC. I'm gonna say AC Raptor, because Slasher just sounds silly. So yeah, one AC Raptor or a pack of AC Raptors. 1-on-1. The thing about this is in a pack, Dren's gonna lose. Dren would have to fly away and escape. Now maybe the Raptors try to track her down track it down because they can only fly so far. But in a pack situation, even if Dren kills a bunch of them with a stinger, they're gonna rip her apart. I keep saying her, but at that point it was a male. But it's a woman for the majority of the movie, so I'll just keep saying her. It would rip her apart. All it has to do is slash her with her tail. Just once. Slash her with her tail, just once she's done, because she's no more durable than a human. So the question is, in a 1-on-1 confrontation, would he be able to win? It really would come down to how quickly the poison would work on something as large, powerful, and different genetic makeup as the Raptor. Because against the human, against the cat, it worked pretty instant. Against the human, it took a little bit longer for Adrian Brody to die. Spoiler if you haven't seen the movie, but he did ultimately succumb. But we're dealing with something that's much larger, much more powerful, and with a different biology. My guess is it would still affect the AC Raptor. It may even kill it, but it would take at least a minute or two for actually to go down. It'd probably be like getting drugged. You'd feel the effects pretty quick, but you won't really feel the true effects until going down afterwards. Other than that, though, Dren would be at a loss in a physical fight, because not only does Dren have to get in close enough to sting the creature, and tail's not even her own body length, so it's not. She at best would have to get like 5 feet to the Raptor, and the tail is much longer than Dren is. So the tail of the AC Raptor would be able to cut her down before she'd ever be able to really stick it. And even if she did stick the Raptor, I'm assuming the Raptor could just slash with the tail and at least chop a limb off or something, because we know the tail can cut a human clean in half. So ultimately, this is unfortunately a very bad matchup for Dren. Even 1-on-1, she in theory could kill one, but it would still probably take some time. And because it probably wouldn't be an instant kill, the Raptor would, even without the tail, the Raptor still has a mouthful of razor-sharp teeth that could easily crush her skull in. Very long arms, as you can see in the picture, so it could also claw at her with those, and claws on its feet. So, unfortunately, this is not an animal I think Dren would be very well equipped to go up against. Particularly in a pack situation, but even 1-on-1, Dren would not want to be tangling with something like this. So my money ultimately goes on the AC Raptor. But that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments below if you feel different. And if you do, that is cool. We are all friends here. Thank you for watching, though. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you folks for the next one. Later.